Greetings, friends. Gold here, and today I'd like to bring you a scientific article, something a little more positive than usual. A study out of Colorado State University states that they've established that elephants have names and are able to talk to each other and call each other. So, how did they do this? This is the conclusion of a 14-month study. They went around using Jeeps and stationary audio recording devices, and they recorded the elephants in their daily interactions. They were able to isolate over 400 unique calls, and using a machine learning software that they developed, they were able to identify over 100 unique calls that were assigned to other elephants, for example, i.e., names. Um, so, how did they establish this? They would take these recordings that were isolated, they'd play them back around the individuals, and they would elicit responses. So, if they played back a recording of a elephant which was a friend or a family member of the elephant, they would get a corresponding call, and the elephant would come over fairly eagerly. And if they took these recordings and they played it back from another elephant that wasn't part of the family member unit, they would still receive responses, but not as eagerly. And if they played a recording addressing a completely different elephant that wasn't the one that was listening, they would maybe get the elephant to listen, but not necessarily respond because it wasn't calling them. The researchers stated that this puts them in a category of other animals that have similar characteristics, such as parrots and dolphins. Both of them use names and calls to communicate with each other in their group settings, packs, or family units. They also stated that these calls were primarily used at range using low frequencies, which are inaudible to the human ear. So humans wouldn't be able to normally hear these. And they would be used to communicate between two animals over larger distances. If the animals were in a closer proximity, they would use other calls and receive responses, but it wouldn't necessarily be like a name. For instance, something akin to, hey, over here, or look over here. The researchers didn't state that they were able to identify any specific names for things like water, food, danger, threats. Um, they just were able to identify individual names in the survey, but they stated more research is needed. They also stated in the article that if continued to research, they think that there could possibly be in the future a way to warn these elephants. Tell them, not to go here, or establish territories and boundaries for the elephants, or to warn them of other dangers like poachers. And lastly, they stated that these calls were primarily over distance under low frequency, and they wouldn't necessarily use the name in close proximity, but the elders of the group, the adult elephants, would more often use these calls around younger adolescent elephants or pups, or to, I'm assuming, to directly address them in the group, which I thought was pretty interesting. But that's about all I have for today. Until next time, take care.